Welcome everybody to another stream with Lou, and today we're in Dune Awakening after today's patch. Yes, that's right. Today there was the normal reset, but there was also a patch, which this patch is essentially the patch that I was on about that I thought might have been released last week, but apparently it wasn't. And yes, that patch has been released today. So I'm sure there's plenty of YouTubers out there that have already described what this patch actually is. If you're not familiar with it, I would suggest going either to the Dune Awakening website to find out more about what's in the latest patch, or go and check out YouTube, where you'll be able to check out someone's content on exactly what is actually covered. I'm not going to be covering everything in this stream. We're going to be gaming from where we left off on Thursday. So thanks very much for joining me, and I hope you're having a great day. We will get things started and continue off where we left off on Thursday. So on Thursday, we essentially got to the stage where we had already investigated a room, and we'd found as much as we could. But the thing is we didn't actually have a scanner with us. And today I have brought a scanner. So we've got something that will allow us to investigate the room properly, because I'm pretty much sure that I looked through the whole room and I wasn't able to find anything that was out of touch that we hadn't really investigated. I've got a feeling there's something hidden that we need to have the scanner for, and unlike a previous thing where we didn't need the scanner, I think in this room we actually do need the scanner to be able to complete what we need for the actual mission. So we have this lovely thing which will allow us to scan the room. So effectively, yeah, that's what we're going to start off with. See whether or not there is something that we missed. Oh, there is something actually. Some footprints leading towards the bookshelf, which would suggest that the bookshelf maybe opens. Well, I can't see anything. Like, we've already scanned it, so I'm guessing the bookshelf's not going to open. We'll just double check just to make sure there's no like additional thing. Something else. Some drag marks. Something heavy has been moved here recently. Interesting. It's like Sherlock Holmes, this, isn't it? Trying to find out what's going on. You've already read that. So there's no point in reading that. Pretty sure we looked at that last time, which we read that, or listened to that, so not read it. Oh, there's note to the valet. that's the new thing we haven't picked up actually. So I think that's the additional thing that we actually needed. Maybe. Alright, I think we've scanned everything we need to in here. So we'll go back to our chief investigator guy. I can't remember what his name is. But you know what I'm on about. The one I stood next to when I first started the stream. Go back to him and see whether or not we've now got everything and whether that triggers us to go on to the next stage of the investigation, aka mission. Also, if you were watching the stream yesterday for GTA, again, my streaming software crashed, so it does seem to be a bit of an issue at the moment, stability with OBS Studio. It does crash quite a bit. Way more than I thought it did. Yeah. Way more than Streamlabs did. Streamlabs, you know, I've used Streamlabs for about 3 or 4 years probably before I ever experienced any crash on it. I had this I think within a day and I got a crash, so yeah, OBS Studio is definitely less stable. At least the current version is anyway. So if we do cut out in the stream, my apologies. I might be able to restart it because the stream has started slightly different than normal, so I do actually have to send a command to stop it. So I'm hoping that means that if I do have to restart OBS because it's crashed, that the stream will still be open. I'll be able to restart the stream as such, or re-initialize the connection. We should theoretically just start the stream or re-continue the stream. Well, that's the hope anyway.
Did you see Phaedra? I assume you found a trail to where she's hiding. Interesting. Then I hope you're thought as gassed and waiting, because you're headed into the deep desert.
Into the deep desert, eh? So let's have a quick check of that mission. So this is where we're up to right now, so go to the location in the deep desert. Okay, we'll start tracking it because that'll help us keep track of this particular mission, considering that's the chain we're currently on. As you can tell, I have been doing other stuff. I just made sure at the start of the stream that I was here so that we, from your perspective, was continuing from where we left off. So to the DD it is. I actually, just before the stream finished, put in a outpost out there. I've not built the DD base because I don't plan to use it this week. And to be fair, I wasn't going to put anything in DD. I just thought, well, it's probably good to have at least something out here. So, mainly in case I needed to actually come out to DD. Surprise, surprise, we're out in the DD. Not exactly sure what we'll be doing out here yet, but... I wonder if this is to encourage players out to the deep desert, because up to now there hasn't been a storyline that has pushed players to the DD. It's just kind of like mentioned as such. There's no mission that dragged you out here. Okay, let's do a quick check on the map. See whether there's a marker down somewhere or anywhere. As you can see, that's the one place I have been. So we need to go to there. So that's the middle area. How could you guess we would need to go to the middle area? If I was obviously being super efficient, then I would have actually come in the middle and not had to blown over, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. More like just a little bit more time and a bit more wear on my wings, I guess. Very surreal music. This is Assassin's Creed, which does like a lot of that is in the desert, or at least the original one was. I know they've done like pirates and all sorts now, but the original one was out in the desert, so it does feel quite similar in game style. Obviously this is way in the future and that was way in the past, but it'd be nice when finally my provider that actually provides my royalty free music actually does provide some music tracks for Dune Awakening. I hope that day comes at some point. So that's good. Well, we are losing height, but we're not losing speed. It's the speed that I'm more interested in than anything. So they have made a load of mechanical changes. One of those mechanical changes is that they have fixed the repair exploit that for a while, as well, since the game's ever come out, has always been in the game. But there's like a load of other changes as well, which are generally good from what I've seen. Like there's a new one when you go into your base, you'll actually see, or even near your base or under your base, you'll now get like a HUD that happens in the top right corner, which actually shows you stats of your base, everything from the taxes that you owe or don't owe through to the energy reserves and stuff like that. So it's quite good. I do quite like that in the UI. Like I read about it, totally forgot about it, and then seen it for the first time when I was in game and thought, oh, that's actually quite cool. It's better than I expected. How can I guess that's going to be on top of that thing? It will be up there, almost guaranteed. Which means I now need to pump our way up in height. Is it there? Yeah, it's going to be there, isn't it? Tell you what, I'll waste the fuel. It's going to be quite a lot of fuel to get up there though. Oh, it looks like it's below actually. That's because we were so high up. I'm guessing Where we need to go is where that light is, maybe? I have a torch. It's fine. Or should I pick up this just in case? Like, I don't know what would go wrong, but you never know. Very rarely in these missions do you manage to get somewhere and not have to shoot something. Go deep into the cave. Awesome. I wonder if we should scan this stuff. Just to see if there's stuff we should. I didn't realise it scanned so far away. It scanned all the way down there. It's like I thought it was just like more close in object stuff. Oh, there's someone walking around. Someone we need to shoot, or it could be a friendly, I guess. I shouldn't just assume it's a baddie, though it usually is. Especially when you have loot chests around. Oh my god, I just noticed that the Gatling gun died. Let's take our little sword friend around the corner. A dart person as well. Oh yeah, only those people throw grenades. Life? Should have killed you. You must have just been stunned. Was not expecting that. He's like, oh, he's back alive.
Poor Austin. He thought I wanted justice. He thought I cared. What I wanted was my grandmother's necklace. The Star of Wisova. 6 generations of Vise wore it. Smuggled from Ikaz in a corset lined with blood. Gone when Carthag went up in flame. Austin saw the tears. He thought they meant something, so he gave me his truth like it was a gift. I didn't betray him. Not in the end. I kept his secret and lost the necklace anyway. Even if I'd held it again, it wouldn't bring back the ballroom, or the music, or the dancers. You can't ransom ghosts. And gods be damned, the dead Never write thank you notes.
Okay, so we got the only thing that we needed from him, which was that piece of paper that you would have seen me picking up as she was narrating on with the narrative. So yeah, I think we've got all we need to do. We just need to go back to Arakan now. Arakin. God, I'm mutilating names again. Just give that a quick scan just to make sure there's like nothing in here that I need to take. Everything. So let's go back to Arakin, and then we can or at least inform our chief investigator where we're up to, and then I'm sure he's going to send us somewhere else. Well, that's enough. That's one of the new changes they made as well. So before it would only show you when you can place it. Now you'll see a red silhouette like you've seen now, and it'll turn green when you can actually place it. Clearly I'm not allowed to place it here, annoyingly. Oh, I can place it over there though. Oh yeah, well, another thing that they've changed as well is while you're holding the thing, you can't. Come on. Wait. Yeah, they've made it a lot harder for you now. So when you're holding your, what do they call it? It's the high quality transporter, 1D type thing. It's actually got a real name. When you're holding your vehicle backup tool, that's the word. You can't actually anymore like select or use any other object in the same way as any other tool that is a multi-use tool. So the actual tool now will also allow you to back up. Well, you could always back up your vehicles, but you can also now recover your vehicle. So if your vehicle becomes eaten by a sandworm, you now have up to 72 hours to claim that vehicle back and get it again. So where before you would completely lose your vehicle, now you can actually get it back through using this recovery option that's now available in the vehicle backup tool, which is a really good feature actually. I'm glad they have done that, especially because obviously one of my biggest worries when I had the problem with BattleEye was that had that happened whilst I was out, I could potentially lose my ornithopter. I can still lose everything on me, but now at least you have the chance to recover your ornithopter, unlike before where once a sandworm ate it, that was it. You would literally lose it and not get it back. It does come with a penalty though. That penalty is that you won't be able, well, you'll actually lose, I think it's 15% of the total recovered HP. So in other words, when you use a vehicle and then you repair it, you lose the maximum amount it can be repaired back to. So when you get your vehicle back, you'll get it back, but with an extra 15% off that actual total HP. So you'd only be able to, if it was 100%, you would only be able to repair it back up to 85%. So it's good. Even with that, I think that it's still a good trade-off. That if obviously other people destroy your vehicle, you can still also get it back. Apparently, I think. But you'll also, again, you'll get it back with the HP it lost when it got damaged, plus the 15% you lose as well, from what I understand. But I haven't tested it, so I don't really know with that, and I've not seen anyone that's tested it to that extent. But that's the way I read it from the release notes. I'll put the music back on as well. I'd paused the music purely to so that we could hear what she was going on about when she was that running away. I would have the game kind of duck against the music, but unfortunately the game just outputs too much music and it would duck it too much, so you wouldn't barely hear the music that much because it'd be constantly ducking it. So it just means if we get a play scene where the music's a bit loud because it's in its peak or whatever, well, it just means I have to turn it off temporarily. Don't know why I went that way. I could have just gone the bottom way.
Report on the deep desert.
What I found is the valet. What he left on him, and the vault shot the high vault value cargo she wasn't travelling.
Murder's noise. Cargo is signal. What kind of high value?
Found a part of the manifest.
Let me see it. Huh. Yes, I recognize some of these names. Tell me what you see. Interesting. What makes you say that? I see. Anything else?
Found a cryptic note of her valet. Looks like there's some kind of code, maybe to unlock something.
Coincidentally, I have a seat at a banquet with Phaedra Vine, and several others listed on that manifest. I'll gather what I can there. You go back to Phaedra's apartment. That note might be our next key.
I think I know how to decipher the note. I'll get on it now. Add the now at the end. It sounds better for now. Okay, let's go decipher the valet note. So, where am I going for that? J. Oh, is there no like clue where I'm going for the valet note, or is there somewhere here that I'm doing that? Somewhere here I'm doing that. Okay. I've got a feeling that's on the second floor, you know. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go on the second floor. It does look like it's on the second floor. And oh, we're going back here and here again. All right. Not what I expected. Wait for the note. like with stuff that's on the table, maybe. Got yellow like server warning connection thing on. I can only assume because this is on like a sub server that they don't put much like resource on it. Maybe I don't know. Kind of back out. Oh, we've already scanned it, so I don't know why we haven't scanned it yet. For the note, like there must be something in there we need to decipher the note. Start looking on the ceiling, you never know. Let's have a look at that piece of paper there. I'm sure we've looked at this. Or is this one on the floor? Like, I can't, for whatever reason, look at that. I think it's because I've looked at it before. And it might only let you look at it once. Or it's bugged. If it's bugged, then it's the thing we need to look at. Not good. it's not like any of these. It could be like just the pointer might be just slightly off or something. Can't see anything under the table either. In case it was under the table, but and it's not on a chair. Can't sit down on any chairs. Literally the only thing we can't do is the one thing I think we need to do. Well, I've just seen something flashing. It might be the light. It's there, it's flashing. See, even when you scan that, like that doesn't show again anymore, but you can't select it once you selected it. I've got a feeling that's the same thing. It's just that we've read that previously, so you can't redo it.
They think it's a tribute. A grand revival. I'm hosting it after all. Who better? The silly fools who couldn't spell Januzzi in if I bled it onto parchment. Dressing up for courts of old Carthage in borrowed silks like that makes it breathe again. But that night, it wasn't a party. It was the last time the world bent around me. I ruled it for a single night, and nothing that came after ever mattered. Now they wear the masks, they mouth the toasts, they pretend they remember. It's not nostalgia, it's taxidermy. Still, if the ghosts are coming, I'll be waiting at the door.
Oh, there we go. New picture. This is some sort of cipher. Oh, there's the symbols. So we need something that looks like a B. Then an E. So B. Oh crap, mistakes. Put the thing down. Bugged or what? It literally will not let me change weapon. No, it will. Christ. Okay. Why are you being an ass? It might need to come out of this room and come back in. Because it's bugged. wouldn't let me change weapon, and every time I try and select the thing, it was just literally trying to reactivate and scan. Oh, since I accessed that note. Oh, God. At least we discovered what we need to do. Once I found the picture with the decipher, then it was a case of, well, okay, does the clue that we have give us some clue? Luckily it does. Luckily I actually checked it as well, because I don't always check these things, but I was thinking like a detective. The only thing is with this is like the load screen in and out of that room is so slow. I think because of the server they've put us on, or they're hosting that on, is not doing too well. The nice way I can put it. Okay, let's go back in. Hopefully, you're next in queue. I'm sure there's tons of people joining us. Okay. See if we can. The first one's a B. Then an E. Then I need to check my note. B P B D. So B P D. And obviously these aren't really like DPD, but it's what they look like to me. Okay, now what? Like I'd have thought it would just do something. Oh, maybe now once you do that, you can open this. Was that not open? Let's just double check. That looks like what we've got in the note. BP. Oh, that's B, not D. That's probably why it's not working. There we go. Aha, there's our room. Oh, she's dead. She's been killed. Examine the upper body. Rich fabrics drape the woman's lifeless form. Silks embraid the fine threads, hinting at wealth beneath the ruin. A slender stiletto dagger buried to its hilt invisible just above the collarbone, a silent testament to the sudden violence. Use poison sniper. Assuming I have it on me, and I do. Was she surprised? Examine it. Examine something else. The dead woman's posture and slackened limb suggest sudden death. She died where she sat. No signs of resistance or desperate fail or flight. I'll read the rest. Examine the face. What's on the face? No obvious signs of physical trauma mark the dead woman's face. Perfect symmetry and Aquilian bone structure betray the highborn heritage. Aristocracy worn in the very lines of angles of her face. Examine the mouth. She's foaming in the mouth. No, she's not. She obviously died by the fucking dagger, isn't she? Her lips painted a faint red. No foaming or residue whatsoever ended the face trauma. Yeah, so we obviously know she's not being poisoned. Use a poison sniper. The poison sniper says it's green, so that's always good. Examine the eyes. Her eyes are glossy, discoloured, clouded in the same dull, bruised tones of you remember from your Palestine's lifeless stare. Okay, we don't need to use this snipe anymore. Examine someone else. Conclude examination. There's a blood pan there. I think we need to use our scanner again so that we can maybe examine it. Scanning the mask reveals a tiny, almost invisible, retractable needle hidden right next to the mouth. Alright, so maybe she has been poisoned. Top part of the torn manifest. Use poison sniper on that. He's mental over the mask. I'm pressing on the interact thing and it's not doing anything. Yeah, it's definitely not doing anything.
I've been trying to say this for weeks. Carthag, you want the truth? I was hired to fix a problem, quietly. A man, high voice, long shadow, wanted something buried. No noise, no survivors. I helped him, mapped fault lines, tuned resonance, knew exactly what would happen. They paid me, gave me a new collar, a title I never earned. Carthag fell. You've seen the ash. But I laid the tracks. When the train came, I looked away. The nightmares aren't fire or screams, they're silence. That moment before, I could have said no. Now it's inside me. The rot. I drink, I work, I don't sleep. Take this, sell it, burn it. Just remember, someone knew, even if I don't tomorrow. The two men say first silence, then dust, then wings in the dark. I used to think it was poetry. Now, it feels like a countdown.
Not the killer. Doubt it. Let's see if there's anything else we can scan before we leave this room, because I do not want to have to come back here again. Looks free, so I think we're probably good to go. The server takes a while to load. Come on. Okay, finally. Okay. We'll probably need to go off to go see our chief investigator guy. He'll probably send us off somewhere again, I guess. Outside of Arakeen, I would imagine. Is he there? He's gone. Where's he gone? The man's gone. Alright. Let's check what we need to do then. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. We need to go. I think that's to the tavern. Confused then. I was like, our guy's disappeared. The mission doesn't seem to be ending anywhere, and it's like telling me to go speak to someone, which. Yeah. I think. Like. It could be in here, but I've got a feeling they're down here. Yeah, this person here. Oh, is it? Yeah. Pretty sure it's her.
Oh, hey there, friend. Looking for anything special? That's not normally a good I trade in. I'm more hands-on. And I've got lots of customers, each with their own sordid affairs. None of my business. That's unfortunate. I shouldn't say. It's not good business. It's not safe.
I have this manifest. Top list. The Overseer.
Damn, I've got an answer, but you aren't going to like it.
I never do.
Phaedra was part of a little cabal who collectively had a stash of treasure they took out of old Carthag before it blew. Last to live takes the pot. Phaedra was making desperate trades to get the funds to retrieve her ancestral necklace. Well, anything could happen in that nest of covetous snakes. As for that person listed on the manifest, the Overseer, that is Sub-Prefect Tours. He's overseeing that group.
Pause? No? Why wouldn't he tell me?
Not the sort of thing you spill over afternoon tea, is it? I suppose you'll be catching up with him then and leaving in a hurry, huh?
Enter the banquet. Is that here? Yeah, it is here. Could have guessed it would be here. On the second floor. Yeah, it's upstairs. If you're wondering now how I know it's upstairs and downstairs, when you hover over something, if it's got an upward arrow, it means it's above you. And the fact that it says 28 meters and it's above us, well, that's probably about 28 meters from where we were, so. In this place. And the story continues. Another loaded screen.
That's not your door to open, stranger. Push it, and you'll find I'm harder to move than most. And by order of the Emperor, I'm telling you to slow your gallop. There's nothing for you inside. I am the Sheriff of Arakeen, and the only uniform I wear is this sword and belt. Of course, you're welcome to test whether I'm dressed for the job or not. I found my reputation and steel tend to speak louder than epaulets. All due respect, but unless you can raise the dead, your timeline has just become flexible. We've got one survivor, technically. Old bird's flapping her wings on the way down, but she'll land soon enough. Tours. Now there's a theory. Got anything to go with that, or are we just throwing darts in the dark? Normally, I'd say this is above your pay grade, but frankly, I could use a second set of eyes. And if you already know some of these silk-wrapped corpses, all the better. Good. That saves us a few hours of corpse roulette. A few of these poor fools I already recognize by build or reputation. The rest you and your list can help with. It's my job to know who's whispering in the shadows. This crew kept to themselves. Rich, quiet, and just strange enough to raise my interest. I've had files on half of them since they landed. They didn't emerge from the usual noble channels. No banquets, no procession. They landed like cargo off a discreet ledger. No registry, no flight logs I could get my hands on. And they kept to the shadows after. When nobles start behaving like spies, I start watching like one. These little gatherings weren't new. Masquerades are not. Same crowd, same vices. Wine, secrets, and shouting matches dressed up as witty banter. Masks just gave them an excuse to say the quiet parts out loud. They never shouted about spice or power. It was always the desert. Who knew what? Who had the map? Who owed something? Sounded more like a treasure hunt than a banquet. All I know is they were tight-lipped going out, and even tighter coming back. Anyhow, enough jawing. Let me get a look at that guest list. I'll match it with my data and cut through some guesswork. Appreciate it. Now I'll play scribe. You go play confessor. The old bird is waiting. Call her Countess if you like. I call her the last shriveled thorn on a dead branch. Sharp tongue, sharper memory. Don't be fooled by the frailty. She can still draw blood with a whisper. The butler saw things. Doesn't rattle easy. You do well to speak with him before the details slip through the cracks. See what the butler and the old hawk have to say. After that, come find me. I'll be the one holding this city together.
Okay, let's go down and speak to people, I guess. Oh. Everyone dead? Oh, they are. Oh, wow. I was not expecting them to be dead. I was expecting to be people to be alive. Oh, there is one guy alive. This guy down here. Let's speak to them.
Do forgive the mess. They died as they lived, loudly and with abysmal table manners. Butler to the late lordlings of this doomed affair. My talents include wine pairing, corpse counting, and feigning deference.
What's happening here?
It began as a toast, ended as a cautionary tale. You may pick whichever part offends you the least.
I need little more than that.
It's simple. Wine was poured, conversation flowed. Then, so did the convulsions. You will forgive my impertinence for pointing out there is a noble here who still draws breath, and her breaths are more important than my breaths. It would behoove you to speak with her while you can. I shall remain here, utterly loyal and inconsequential.
Thank you for your cooperation. Or not, because you didn't really give me much. Anything there? Nope. Where's this woman that everyone's going on about? She's got a sharp tongue. Everyone looks dead over here. Give the place a quick scan. Bodies around, aren't there? I didn't even notice the ones on the floor. Oh, this is going to take a while, isn't it? Examine every single body. The mask, like, that clings to the face. Sticks, yeah, whatever. One more pocket to hold the delicately laced mammograms. Take the handkerchief. Maybe someone can tell you more about the guest. Conclude the examination. Next one. Examine his clothes. His elegant, ill-flittering fleece size is too short. Pink stains streaks on his sleeve, wet diffuse, and a wet towel is sitting on his lap. Take his wet towel. No. Find and recognize the patch. Yeah, leave. Item where it is. Conclude examination. Poison wine. Use the snooper, which is going to go red, isn't it, if it's got the poison in. Yeah, it's gone red, so that means that's got the poison in. Examine mask. The mask is adorned with purple stripes. Okay, it's going too much into the mask. Headdress is fashioned. Yeah, lovely. A simple pocket, you find a blood-stained love letter to the noble's spouse, folded in betting slip, naming her various moolah and wages. Conclude examination. Assuming I can't scan him, or did I miss him when I scanned him? No, I don't think we can get that guy. Use a sniper on that, I guess. That's red as well, so that's obviously got poison in too. We need to scan that one on the floor. We should scan everything that we need to scan, just in case. Like, if you miss one, guarantee you needed to scan it. Yeah, so they were all laced with poison, which I would have expected. Examine his clothes. Remove us without inspector's good stain. You find something glinted between the clutches of his fingers. You pry them open. A tiny falling of palm, a pendant earring clasping to vibrant azure of airdrop gemstone in a delicate golden mounting. We'll take the earstone. Examine his mask. It'll be just telling us about the mask. Conclude the examination. I can't remember if he's used the sniper on this one or not. Oh, well, I'll do it just in case. Examine his clothes. Nothing in his clothes. Check his pockets. In his pocket you find a shriveled finger joint. Wrapped in silk, a charm, and a small vial of blood. Need the items where they are. Yeah, definitely. Why do you carry around that? Seriously. Examine the mask. Examine the clothes, the collarbones, jaw. Nothing there, so let's leave that. I think that's all of them done. There's nothing down here. Check this person out. Examine the mask. Gently lift the shoulder, part of the head. Partially knocked loose. Spell. Examine the clothes. Steal a bauble or two. Oh. If you have the option, take it, because you'll probably need it. Not that I condone stealing.
Oh, splendid. An audience. I was beginning to worry I'd die without one.
Sorry to bother you, Countess.
Countess? Did you just address me as Countess?
The Countess? You nobles all look alike to me.
Yes, well, to a dung beetle, every jewel is just another rock to roll in shit. I am a Marchioness, you sand-scuffed mistake. Address me properly, or go grovel at the feet of some baroness who breeds pugs.
Oh, I'd just like stamp on her head.
Good. We may proceed with the fiction that you were raised by humans instead of livestock. I was Eulalia Hawthorne, Marchioness, Patroness, and now I'm just the ghost of better parties and worse decisions. Tours? No, thank the stars. Another bureaucrat sniffing around. Precisely the kind of dull company I avoid. Hands off, you clod! You'll tear my face away.
Leave it on?
No, there are tiny barbed claws secreted within the mask. I saw Una Byrne try to remove it, and half her face came away before she fainted.
So you can't take an antidote, I'm guessing that you can only maybe
Idiot.
consume.
The wine merely opened the door, but it was the masks that let death inside. Poison in the wine, poison in the mask. One to loosen the soul, one to pierce it. A double dose for double crossers. Leave the mask alone. Because betrayal is their native tongue, dear. I watched them turn coats faster than courtiers shed morals. First for survival, then for sport. Let's just say, when money and memory are tied to the same grave, the living tend to grow fangs. By all means, prolong my suffering with your endless prattle.
Any family to
No
notify?
one worth the effort. Just a pack of maulers fighting over my ruin. They'll whisper sweet poison behind my back, like always. At least death saves me from their petty scheming.
You know who did this?
No. But whoever it was deserves a medal for culling the herd of those pretentious fools.
I love that she separates herself from them.
What happened? Fashion suicide, mainly. Graf Vero died smiling, the fool. Spilled his wine and his wit in equal measure. I do admire a man who keeps his mask on while choking. Graf Ansel Vero. A bloated tick in a borrowed title. He died as he lived. Loud, ridiculous, and surrounded by people pretending to like him.
What was his mask?
Blue. A coward's color. Fitting, really. He always did flee when anything required a spine. Or pats. thing? Darling, the Graf was barely a man, let alone a thing. He once tried to kiss my hand and missed. I took it as a sign. Turns out my precious toxin modulator works. Slows the venom, preserves the drama. I'll die last, loaded with envy and resentment. Just how they'd want me.
I'm just going to pause the music a minute because that's going to be
not ruin
dramatic.
This for me. I want to die with some shred of mystery, not flanked by bumbling concern. One last kindness, dear. My Mauler. Kill them all. They'll spend my death pawing through jewelry and gossiping in the kitchen if you don't. It's a tradition, you know. The servants die with the mistress. Mostly forgotten now. Like manners and decency. But I rather like it. Please, kill the little wretches. Choke the life out of them before they sell my underthings for drink. By the time your little report makes its rounds, the rats will have nested in my wardrobe and auctioned my jewels to smugglers. Perhaps they'll read it at my memorial, just after the appetizers.
Whether should we do it? Might get a mission off it. Goodbye. Oh, you can't take it. I was going to see if you could re-go through the... You can normally go through the narrative. I was going to see if you go through the narrative and see if you get a mission out of it. A crate of unopened bottles of wine. Let's give it a scan. There should be nothing down here, according to that. Food. Yeah, there's nothing there. So the guy with the blue mask, which is this guy. Assuming they are the only guy with the blue mask, so that must be the guy that she was on about. I was expecting maybe an additional clue to come out of that, but clearly not.
Oh joy, you've returned. Ah, just when the silence was beginning to heal.
Can you tell me about the handkerchief?
While I don't know the specific name attached to that handkerchief, I do recall there was more than one name fitting those initials on the guest list. In any case, someone waved the handkerchief in question dramatically about while arguing over whose knowledge of wine vintages was supreme.
Can you tell me anything more about the bearer of the handkerchiefs?
Nothing else comes to mind, save that the handkerchief in question carried a distinct perfume, sweet if cloying.
I have some questions for you.
Nothing in this vast universe would please me more than to answer your questions.
Fucker, stick fucker. Let's go with the table one.
Pains me to point out the obvious to one of such cunning, but I was too busy performing my duties to note the ingress and egress of each guest. I was instructed to set the table and pour the wine for that amount of guests, and I did so. I did not, however, perform any sort of head count. Nothing in this vast universe would please me more than to answer your questions.
You know the sub-prefect Tors was here?
I'm afraid I do not know of whom you speak. I certainly was not instructed to care about whom that name belongs to. Nothing in this vast universe would please me more than to answer your questions.
Were you present when the toast was raised?
While I was in the room diligently pouring wine just prior, I'm afraid I was away during the actual toast.
Where were you?
I was checking on the status of the soon-to-be-served meal. You do understand my station, don't you? I was present for work, not leisure.
Thank you for collaborating. Let's get out of here. Actually, we probably need to speak to this guy before we leave.
Let's have it. No blood or teeth marks. Good. Consider yourself formally initiated into the losing end of noble etiquette. She talked to you, didn't she? That's more than most get. See, that's where you got it twisted. That woman's got venom for blood and a title where her heart should be. She talked because you annoyed her. Snapped her right out of that death spiral by reminding her just how much she hates lizard-browed provincials like us. Call it a success. You woke up the part of her brain still capable of sneering. The question is, did you learn anything? Well, that's a wrinkle. Did the old bird say what color mask he was wearing? Back where I'm from, yellow marks a coward. So find the wine stain next to a blue mask and you found our graph. We can work backwards from there. Of course he did. Might want to run that scanner of yours. Find out where the wine hit the floor. Then we'll have our starting point. Bold choice bringing a discount snooper to a high-born massacre. Still, pointed at the mess. Might surprise us both. Sort out where the graph ended up. Then we'll talk. Let's have it. Let's hear it. That doesn't track. Better look again. Let's have it. Let's hear it. That doesn't track. Better look again.
I'll try again.
Let's have it. Let's hear it. That doesn't track. Better look again. Let's have it. Spit it out. I make it my business to know which flavor of aristocrat is stinking up my city. Most of them never set foot outside their compounds, but I keep a ledger. Names, habits, whispered threats. Helps to know who drinks what when they start dropping dead. Spit it out. It's more his beef with me. Or my kind, more specifically. Tours his old blood. Thinks blue veins and powdered wigs entitle him to obedience. I'm town Fremen, born and scarred. He sees that as an affront, calls me that Fremen thug. I call him what he is, a dried-out bigot in brocade. We make it work. Spit it out. Only by reputation. Which is to say, scandal, disgrace, and the talent for ruining dinner parties from halfway across the galaxy. Heard she once tried to sue an entire planet for being vulgar. That about paints the picture. That scanner's smarter than half the nobles in...
We've asked all the questions about the last one. I can't really see it giving us anything else. We've actually done all of scanning anyway, so that's... I'm just trying to see if we could just get past it. We've actually already done it. I wonder if there's something. Or we just like need to scan this again. Dark blue mask encircle a hint of bits. Contest description. Okay, so that's the guy. Conclude the examination. I found him! Swear I checked that guy before.
Let's have it. Let's hear it.
It doesn't seem to be there. Dark blue mask.
That doesn't track. Better look again.
What do you have to do? Take his mask off? That's the guy, isn't it? I'm going to use the sniper on this again. They did mention scanning, but we did like scan when I came first over, so is this something? Doesn't seem to be anything extra I can get from that. There is some spilt wine there. I wonder if we can scan that. If that's like opens up anything. Just him. That's a her, definitely, so pointless even looking. Examine the mask. Okay, but maybe a new person. Maybe found him.
Let's have it. Let's hear it.
Still same things.
That doesn't track. Better.
Just in case. Wonder if she'll spill any more beans. No. No one extra dead around here. Or you can use the poison sniper on this. Green, so that's not been poisoned. There's nothing in here we can select. Strange. An extra here, or there, or here. Where is that person? What's he wearing? This is red, so that's not the one. Oh, there's some spilled wine. A substance washed off the near body recently. Must be where the wine was spilled. So that must be him. So the blue mask, the spill of wine, that's the two clues. Don't know how I didn't notice the spilled wine.
Let's have it.
think I know them.
Let's hear it. First prize to the junior investigator. That fits the evidence.
What's first prize?
A can of pressed slig. It's good on toast. 5 cans of pressed slig. The man chose his agent well. Always does, though. Got an eye for talent, that one. Well, meanwhile, I came up with 2 names of my own.
That leaves 8 to identify.
8 masked assholes dead on the floor. Drank their guilt, now they'll sin no more. Haven't had the pleasure yet today. Speak to Theophilus about Agade Yamari. That's what the note says. I suggest you find out what our buttoned-up friend knows before he forgets. Our resident astronomia-trained butler, Theophilus. You know, I heard a funny story about that school. Makes the best of the best servants, they say. But I heard in their final year, the students are paired off in 2s and taught to observe each other obsessively. One of them graduates, the other disappears. It's never explained which is which.
Brutal. Let's talk to the butler. Come here, Mr. Butler. I bet he's the murderer. I saw that when he first came in here.
You've returned.
There's a note on the guest. A placement change.
She was prone to a serious allergic reaction to a species of plant in our flower arrangement. She wished to sit as far away from it as possible. A common reaction to that particular flower. The wealthy chose aesthetic over practicality or safety. It's a wonder we can keep any of them alive.
Did you recall the colour of her mask?
Alas, nothing pains me more than being unable to do your job for you. But I do not recall. I merely changed her seating arrangement prior to the gathering. I regret to say that the seating arrangement was the casualty of a wine spilling incident by someone already deep in their cups.
Get the flowers. I just want to put a sword through his head now because he's definitely guilty. Innocent till proven guilty, my ass. Where are the flowers? They don't look like flowers. Oh, actually, she wants to be placed furthest away from the flowers, yeah. Identify. I reckon it's her. Flowers there. Use them poison snooper. Poison snooper. Flash is green. Examine the flowers. Identify the species. Busting flowerhead shades of crimson, red, and warm bronzes. They'll pick up light from the glowing globes, forming the entry form bonding haze. They're genetic, hybrid, and beautiful and inexpensive. Lovely. The true wonder, however, is the last species. The flower is an enzyme plantae, rare and known for quite a few allergic reactions. So that adds up. Smell the flowers. Is that really wise? Strong smell was sweet yet spicy, almost pick yourself on the thorns of the stem. Strange that these weren't cut. Examine something else. Examine the guests. Look at the guest sitting in the front of the flowers. Large woman, olive mask. Other end of the table. I reckon it's her. The woman with purple mask sitting opposite the flowers. It's the furthest position away. It's not going to be that guy, is it? Conclude the examination. I think we've got the information we need. Let's go back and see if we can chat to that guy.
Let's have it.
I think I've identified her.
Then let's have it.
The purple mask on the right hand side of the table next to an empty chair.
I'd say it's more of a Zaffrey violet. But that seems to align with my conclusions. Good work.
What's next?
I figured out one more.
And then there were 6.
That snooper thing of yours chirped like it knows something?
It did. I found the poison traces in the wine.
Well done, friend. While you were nosing around, I confirmed that the caskets themselves were not poisoned. Meaning?
It must be the butler. That's what I want to say. Well done. Fine looking around.
That's exactly correct. Someone doctored the vino after it was delivered. Always nice when the killer's polite enough to attend their own massacre.
So what now?
Turns out the wine was arranged by a man named Ambrose Lucifera. Fancy name for a glorified errand boy.
Ambrose, again?
I had him dragged in. Now's the time to go poke holes in his story.
I'll get on it. Who's this?
Please do me the courtesy of telling me why I am being detained. What's the charge? Supplying wine to a banquet? A decadent Arakeen banquet?
It would seem that you've been involved in yet another set of murders.
Oh, balderdash. This is becoming intolerable. You've turned a juicy murder plot into something tedious. How could I possibly be involved with... Whom did you say was murdered?
Several nobles were poisoned at this very banquet where you delivered the wine.
Well, now, see here. I merely arranged for the wine to be delivered. Everyone knows I have a knack for finding the best. These sealed bottles were poisoned.
Well, no, to be precise, the glasses were poisoned.
Oh, well, there you have it. I took no involvement in their glassware, merely in arranging for the reception of a very fine vintage. I trust this absolves me.
Perhaps. You can tell me about the wine.
A rare vintage from the planet of Grenbel, home of the exquisite Maros deer. A libation so fine, even the most domineering Chussock snob would weep.
Do you have any apparatus to confirm your whereabouts during the banquet?
Why, yes. Any of the staff of the Seleucid Bull, as well as a few of the regulars, can attest to my presence. My debauching is quite conspicuous.
Very well. It sounds all reasonable enough.
Oh, goody, goody. With that unpleasantness out of the way, is there anything I can do to aid you in your remedial sleuthery?
Do you know anything about the Philibus, the Freeman butler?
He's what some call a town fremen. Impeccable service, a full purple-gloved member of the Imperial Footmen's Guild. Still, he harbors a certain intensity behind his eyes when watching the nobles. Those of my status often ignore the help in their complexities. I do not make this mistake.
Do you know anything about the stash of the old Catherine valuables?
Well, I'm afraid I missed that slice of gossip, though it sounds delicious. Knowing nothing else, it leads me to one conclusion. If such a hoard exists, someone in old Carthage had prior warning to give them the time to gather such treasures and safely evacuate them. An intriguing notion.
Could use your help identifying some of the dead nobles.
And now we are back to a morbidly fun game. Proceed.
How do you know anyone uses circular symbol pattern?
Could you be more specific on the colors of the pattern?
Blue and white. Actually, no, we know blue and white, don't we?
Oh, they didn't kill poor Bartleby, did they? Let's just say that he wasn't burdened with the complications of a sharp mind. His bloodline is a bit too pure, if you catch my meaning. Demeanor of a slack-jawed
Incest.
groundling, but a sweet man.
No, but I believe it on my list. Very well. I don't think there are any more questions.
Before you go, I did pass on a note to one of the guests. You'd have to ask Theopolis about the recipient.
A note?
Roella Ramsby. She inquired about a particular vintage of wine, feigning expertise, but that woman wouldn't know Amontillado from sherry.
Very well. Goodbye, Ambrose. Talk to butler. Talk to the butler.
Oh joy, you've returned.
Mr. Guilty.
That name does not mean anything to me, but I will endeavor to answer as best I can.
I understand you passed a note to Roswell Rasby on behalf of Ambrose.
On behalf of whom?
Ambrose Lucifer, a tall man, goatee, colourful clothes and demeanour.
Ah, yes, the drunken peacock.
Drunken peacock.
The man dresses like a walking dessert tray and talks like he's auditioning for a play no one asked for. What would you call him?
Just Ambrose. Any case, did you have any note?
Now that you mention it, I did. The recipient was a woman wearing a terracotta-colored mask.
But where are the two masks matching the description?
Correct. Afraid so.
I'll go investigate the bodies again. And then, oh my god, again. How many times do I have to fucking check these bodies? What am I looking for? Identify rows among the dead nobles. Search for the note. I already know which note it actually is on. It's not, this one's the one that's got the note on, because this had the love letter note. Examine it. Actually, it was in her pockets, wasn't it? When you examine her, or she's just going to tell us to go away. Yep, pretty much. It's got to be this woman then. Search for the note. No note can be found on her body or clothes. So if there's none on there, that's not going to have any note, because that's not a she. That's not a she. Although I wonder if you can search them anyway. It's always a chance that a woman could have short hair. Does she have an option to read a note? No. I think we've like checked everyone. Maybe anyone that's dead died around here or something. I'm gonna go back and see if I can
Let's have it.
continue somewhere.
Very good. Was he still crying?
No, he doesn't seem to like anything we to do with it. He did give me something useful though.
Don't keep me in suspense now.
He passed a note to Roswell. I've talked to the butler.
Good instinct. Keep pulling at threads. We'll get somewhere ugly soon enough.
I think I've identified
All
Roswell.
right. Let's hear what you've turned up.
It's not going to be the one with purple, is it? Because that's purple on the right hand side of the table. What's right? when you're looking down. It doesn't make it very clear. The olive colour mask on the left. Right hand side of the flowers. The table in front of the face. Oh, I'm gonna
No, that doesn't square with the facts.
just spam through them all.
Very good. Don't keep me in suspense. Good instinct. All right. Let's hear what you've turned up. No, that doesn't square with the fact. Let's have it. All right. Let's hear what you've turned up. No, that doesn't square with the...
Right. Damn you. There's only like 3 girls here. There's the one on the floor. There's that one. And then there's the one at the end. And this one you can't examine. That's basically a scanner. She's still alive. There's a little water drop there, which means that there's a life. You notice every one that's alive, you see a little water spout. Oh, actually. Oh, it's still showing the one that's got him on. That's weird. There's like something down there. Anyway. What were you missing? There's only 3 people. Double check. It turned green last time, but this should be green again. I'm guessing. Green. Yep. Alright, so she's got a missing finger. Let's go. Conclude examination. She's got a missing finger, and this guy has got a finger in his pocket. Check his pockets. A shriveled finger joint. Doesn't seem to have anything there though, does he? There's a woman there actually. I wonder if we can scan her. Have I not scanned her? Does she not even scan maybe? That looks like a woman. Bugged. That's definitely a woman on the floor. That'll be the person there. And they look like they've got a green mask on. But it doesn't look like I can do anything that... not very helpful that you can't examine her or touch her or do anything. But that is, I'm almost certain that's the person. You can speak to him again.
Oh joy, you've returned. Congratulations. Forgive me, but I wasn't conducting a limb census between courses. She did linger rather tenderly on the frieze near the dining table. But then touching things that don't belong to them is a long-standing pastime of the wealthy. I can say that I did not much care for that behavior. I had polished that brass for hours.
Your annoyance is understandable.
Now I shall have to spend hours more wiping away the fingerprints. After the cadavers are removed, of course.
That was actually helpful. I'll investigate the mural. The mural. Nothing behind, I'm guessing. And it. There we go. Handprint. Trace of a handprint. One finger is missing. So that'd be that woman, probably. Well, you know, educated guess. You go back to him.
Oh joy, you've returned.
No, we won't go back to him. We'll go back to him.
Let's have it. All right. Let's hear what you've turned up. Yes, that fits. Another off the list.
You cross any names off the list?
Let's see here. If Ruella Ramsby was there, that means the other terracotta has to be...
Don't leave me in suspense.
2 masked assholes dead on the floor. Guess the toast hit harder than they bargained for.
Who's the second terracotta mask? Was it Tor's?
Calm yourself. We'll get there soon enough. Gotta build suspense.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
One of the remaining 2 guests is Lady Bianca Baghetti, a puffed-up hanger-on from a disgraced minor house.
Yes, and?
That means the last dead asshole is... Sub-Prefect Tors.
So he is dead.
No, I mean Tors is here. Good afternoon,
Fine.
Sub-Prefect.
I noticed him just before that question.
There you are. Report.
Sub-prefect?
Don't look so slack-jawed. Who else were you expecting?
Your name was on the guest list.
I was delayed. A pity. Perhaps I might have averted this... unpleasantness.
Or you might be dead as well.
A grisly thought. One I've already entertained.
You didn't tell me what the investigating your people.
They are no more my people than you are. I watch them as Fenring commands, though their antics hardly inspire admiration.
But your name was on a cargo manifest. The list of spoils before the destruction of Carthag.
Carthag. There it is. Motive. The killer is eliminating the survivors of old Carthag one by one.
Why?
Revenge. Concealment. Or the quiet removal of a dangerous truth that could unpick alliances from here to Kaitane. Indeed. And if you've a name for the hand that signed that order, now would be the time to share it. There it is. Motive, opportunity, and means. Our assassin isn't merely killing, they're closing the book on Carthag.
And you're next. The killer is coming for you. Haha.
Yes. And how do you suggest I handle this? What have you learned of their method?
I hope he kills you.
Then having failed here, where is our ghost's next haunt?
The Imperial Office Wing. To finish the job.
Then I must go. To catch a killer.
I'm coming. You'll need help.
Don't be a fool. One sight of you and our ghost, as you call it, will vanish. Better you leave them to me.
This is rash, Tors.
Yes, well, I never much cared for Cheops.
But, and that's the end. We're out of there. To another loading screen. At least can play some music now, not everyone's talking. Remind me next time to play some softer music when I know we're going through tons of narrative. Okay, where are we going? That looks like the... Is that the tavern? I think it's a tavern because it's just over there. Oh, it's back where he normally stands. So is it him or someone else, do you reckon? Could be someone else just telling him he's being killed. If only. He's alive. It's a snake. Snakes don't die. Oh, actually, go somewhere else.
There's nothing here. The killer saw us coming. Now the trail is cold and we're going to have to report our failure to Count Fenring. You've been an adequate assistant. I'll put it all in my report. You can leave now and report back to...
That's the murderer.
Whoever it is you report to.
Ah. It's someone that's got shapeshifted? That's Count Fenring.
Stop! In spite of everything, the Master still wants you alive. To fulfill your mission. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. I still recognize you. Even with this face. Even with this flesh. You move like you always did. Smile like you always did. Don't follow me. I have a mission of my own.
And if you get in my way, I'll put you down. We can always grow you again, after all.
I was going to say Tor's dead, and that was someone's, through our possession, has hid their true identity. Interesting. So I'm assuming we need to go back to Harko village. Or do we? We're continuing here. Yeah, I think we need to go back to Harko village. Off to Harko village. Back to... I think who we've been told to go back to is the one that calls us kitten, but I don't actually remember or recall her name, so taking a bit of a stab in the dark, but it's an educated guess. The mission started with her. I think it probably at least continues with her, if not concludes. The Harko village. Oh, that's not Harko village. That's Harko village. Only took your time. Yeah, I thought it was. It is the same woman. Our kitten woman. So it's Aurelia Turek. Hey kitten. Oh, tell you what, it winds me up. It goes right through me every time she says it. Beast economy kitten.
Oh, look. The kitten is back. Do we have business?
I want to speak to the Count.
No. Without other orders, you report to me. Tell me what happened in Arakeen. A face dancer? I've heard of them, kitten, but never expected to have to deal with one. What did it want? Revenge? For what? Perhaps, kitten. The destruction of old Carthag was a catalyst for many changes on Arrakis. Who knows what sparked it? But come now. I've heard nothing of a captured face dancer in Arakeen, so I assume the creature is dead. I see. So one of the Count's best men is dead, and the killer has escaped. I like you, kitten, but this is a failure. The Count will not be pleased.
What now?
I will pull my network and try to find out where this creature went. I will confer with our employer and contact you when I have more information.
Finally. I've been trying to find a moment to contact you, but Mother is relentless. Luckily, she's distracted by a social event, so I can get out of the palace for a few hours. Can you meet me at the Seleucid Bowl in Arakeen? Same table as last time.
Always back and forth between these two bloody cities. Packed Arakeen and... But we are at 9 o'clock, which means that's the end of the stream. So we are going to cut it there. And on Thursday, we will essentially cut back and continue the storyline. We'll go off to Arakeen, go meet our princess, who's the person who just spoke to us, and continue the storyline because it now obviously continues with her. So we'll see what happens after that point. But thank you very much for joining us today. If you do like the content, then do consider subscribing or following, depending on what platform you're on, and then you'll be notified next time we go live. If you have any questions or anything or any comments, do leave comments and I will look to reply to those comments. But thank you very much, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be streaming GTA, so we'll be back in GTA doing some more online stuff. Yeah, there's some research that I need to do before that, which I still haven't done yet, but I will look to make sure I do it before tomorrow. So thanks very much, and we'll catch you again tomorrow.